many pedophiles you got?
288.
How many kids you found?
The Sound of Freedom is based on a true story about a Homeland Security agent named Tim Ballard. Tim is responsible for investigating child trafficking organizations.
Operation Underground Railroad spent months planning, renting this house, rigging it with hidden cameras to document the crime, coordinating with Colombian authorities, and negotiating with the traffickers.
Tim is played by Jim Caviezel, and Jim Caviezel's performance in this film is spectacular. He is definitely a leading man, and he shows the power of his presence on screen. But the two main stars of this film are the two children, in the girl, Crystal Aparicio, and in the boy, Lucas Avila. I believe them as these characters. I believed in their performances. I enjoyed watching them play their characters on screen. I enjoyed the chemistry that these two had together. I believed that they were brother and sister here, and I think that if these two child actors had dropped the ball with their performance, they would have dragged the film down right along with them. Unfortunately enough for us as an audience, that doesn't happen because these two child actors deliver such good performances that an audience member couldn't ask for anything more.
He tells me about his sister, and his sister's being trafficked, and he gives me this necklace. This is a real story. And when you get Sound of Freedom, even in the trailer, Caviezel's always holding this necklace. The necklace is real. I actually told the producers to consider not telling the story because people won't believe it. But the little boy gave me a necklace. It was a necklace that was like a rosary, like a prayer to him. And the necklace had my name on it.
Wow.
It was because it had a little scripture, 1 Timothy 6:11. And when I saw my name on it, he gave it to me, even though I was trying to give it back to him. It was like a calling.
When you watch this film, it will make you uncomfortable because it depicts children being put in these awkward situations that no child should be in. However, though, I do feel like all of those uncomfortable moments are necessary in order to fully tell this story. There's a moment in this film where Tim is talking to his partner, and his partner says to him, "What a fucked up world we live in," basically. And I do agree with that. I think we do live in a fucked up world, especially learning what this film has to teach us. But with little moments like that, they do feel heavy-handed to me, and I think there are a lot of moments like that scattered throughout this film where actors will look directly into the camera and cry and say, "What if it was your child?"
The director met me, and they came in. They took me up to a cabin up in, I believe, Park City, strapped me up to the recording device, and I cried for 3 days like a baby.
Some of this stuff can come off as cringeworthy or cheesy, but I feel like the director Alejandro Monteverde put all this together. It works for me. The cringeworthy moments, it's not cringy to me. It elevates the story.
I realized that in order for the audience to digest this subject matter, the imagery needed to be very compelling, very, in a way, beautiful.
The directing in this film, from the very opening scene to the very last frame, is magnificent. And I love how this film is constructed. It elevates as it goes along. It starts off very slow, and then it builds, and until you reach the very end, it escalates, and you're on the edge of your seat, so there's a little bit of action sprinkled in here too, and I love it. It's magnificent.
You go to the movies because you want to be entertained. So we're still using the format and the tools of the magic that cinema brings. So still a story that you will enjoy. It's a movie that we did not do a PSA, or it's not preachy. It's a film that you're still going to enjoy, but that is meaningful.
I love this movie. Everything in this movie executed to absolute perfection. That's all I have to say.